Hey, what's going on tonight, guys? This is Frank, House of Orange Sports Channel, coming at you. Day one of the Major League Baseball draft is in the books, rounds 1 through 3. And it was a big night for Tennessee baseball. And, a couple questions that come out tonight as well that I have that we'll get to after you hit that like, that share, hit that subscribe button. It is free. It's greatly appreciated. It gives you notifications on any content that comes out on here. Tennessee had a big day today with multiple current players, high school guys getting picked. Now, it begs the question of you basically steal the night in terms of guys drafted. What happened this past season? Why was it such like pulling teeth to watch at times? We won't know the answer to that question. And it's a rhetorical question at that. But still, a good night for Tennessee baseball. Tony Vitello, front and center, Major League Baseball draft coverage. Excellent job that he did tonight analyzing the picks, talking about especially the guys he's familiar with, the programs he's familiar with along the way. But we're going to get into who was picked, maybe things that didn't go Tennessee's way tonight, and things that did go Tennessee's way tonight as well. So, obviously, the first one off the board, Liam Doyle, number 5 to the Cardinals. I had seen him mocked as high as number 2 to the Angels. He fell to the Cardinals. I'm not going to give my feelings on these picks with teams because I have preferences against teams. I don't like the Cardinals at all. But cool for Liam Doyle. And then later on, Tanner Franklin as well goes to them also. So my opinions on teams don't matter tonight. We're looking at these guys, and congratulations to these guys drafting. That's pretty awesome for them. Gavin Keelan went first round 13th to the Giants. Andrew Fisher, first round 20th overall to the Milwaukee Brewers. That puts him with Blake Burke from last year, who was drafted, moving up the pipeline in the Milwaukee system. Marcus Phillips, first round in that kind of supplemental range to the Boston Red Sox, number 33 overall. For him, A.J. Russell went second round, number 52 overall to the Texas Rangers. He's going to join. Now, I don't know if he joins necessarily here in Spartanburg, or I say here a little bit down the road in Spartanburg with Dylan Dreiling, Cal Stark, but he is in the Texas Rangers system now as well. And then you've got Dean Curley, went 64th overall, second round to the Cleveland Guardians. And I've lost track. I do know this as well. Tanner Franklin to the St. Louis Cardinals. And then Nate Snead. Nate Snead went last. He was like the last pick of the night here. Let me find that one. I'm thinking it was to the Angels, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was. 148 overall, top 250. Nate Snead to the Angels. None of these were unexpected as far as guys making it to the majors or going to be signing minor league contracts. Now, I kind of wondered on Franklin and Snead, would it be tonight or early tomorrow? But congrats to all these guys. Now we look at the high school ranks. None of these dudes drafted from the current team was a surprise. This was not going to impact next year by any means. There's only one pick tonight that really, in my opinion, qualifies as an impact for next year. And I think that a lot of that's driven by guys that write for Tennessee. And again, these dudes that write, who cover it, they're really good. But there's times, and I know they have reasons for it. I will take my opinion on the Major League Baseball draft, and it's not 100%. No, nobody's is. But on these picks and stuff, I'll take my thoughts on it over anybody else's. Billy Carlson off the board. He was not even the first prospect. It was actually Steele Hall to the Reds, Carlson to the White Sox. The one that was in question was, would Cruz Schoolcraft make it to campus? No. Number 25 to the San Diego Padres. He is gone. He put out a tweet yesterday. I don't follow him, but I ran across it where he said end of a chapter. That to me said he's gone today. He is number 25 to the Padres. They're not taking him there. Now, that it doesn't mean it's out of the realm of possibility. The guy doesn't sign. I wouldn't get my hopes up on that one. Cruz, Schoolcraft to San Diego at 25. Carlson, Hall, Schoolcraft, the dudes drafted by Tennessee tonight. Best of luck to all these guys. It's a great look for Tennessee. In one respect, another respect, again, I ask the rhetorical question, what in the world happened this year that this team just couldn't put it together with all these major league draft picks? And sometimes things just don't jive along the way. Positives on the night, and we're not out of the woods yet, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. Cameron Appenzeller, Henry Ford, they were not drafted tonight. That's the two that there's been speculation, could they make it to campus? And my thought on that was, if they got drafted tonight, they're gone. If they get through tonight, we'll see. But me being a Braves fan, and I thought the Braves draft tonight, the Braves drafted under slot at least twice tonight, if not all three of their first-round picks. Now, could that affect Cameron Appenzeller or Henry Ford? I don't know that it necessarily affects them in terms of the Braves, but the Braves like to draft pitchers, and they've drafted 3 shortstops tonight, which is about time they took that position serious in terms of drafting, because they traded for Dansby Swanson when they traded Shelby Miller and Jason Hayward back years ago on that. We look at it now. The Braves, excuse me, had to take that position serious at some point. Now, with that said, the Braves will not be the only team tonight under slot right now. So, Appenzeller, Ford could still be in play for teams who've drafted under slot, and then they want to utilize some of that, that bonus money, that pool money later on. So my thought is, if we get through the 5th round without those two being drafted, we're good. We're good at that point. I think if you get past that, I believe both guys with their leverage, especially Appenzeller has his whole college eligibility available. Ford still has 2 more years available. I would almost say if we get through the 4th, we're good on that one as well. Now, there will be current Tennessee guys that'll go tomorrow, which won't affect anything. Arvidsson, I think he goes off the board early. The guys to watch is going to be Peebles, Chapman, Bargo, among others. And then, we go from there. As far as signees go, some of these high school guys, it's been said, and I've seen Joe Doyle, MLB, I think he's with MLB.com, but he's talked about it, that some agents, some teams are saying some of these guys may take lesser signing bonuses to go to the draft than they have been previously due to the new roster limits, the 34 roster limit. Evan Hankins, Bristol, Ethan Moore, off the top of my head, that's a couple of the draft guys. Matt Barr is one to watch. Tyler Myatt is another one, the 2 JUCO guys. As far as transfer portal guys, Evan Blanco, Clay Edmondson, Mason Estrada, Mark Handy, all those guys are draft eligible. DJ Newman's draft eligible. To me, the ones to watch, Estrada, Evan Blanco, and I talked about, I did the video today, and I totally left off Blanco and Mark Handy. Blanco is one that concerns me getting to campus. Clay Edmondson concerns me getting to next year. Mason Estrada does. I don't see Matt Barr making it to next year. With that said, Barr, I think there's really zero possibility that Matt Barr makes the campus. The rest of the guys, there is possibility there. So we'll see where we're at. Not a bad night. Actually, a really good night for Tennessee baseball in terms of draftees. Cruz Schoolcraft, I mean, again, it was slim. It was a very, very slim chance he was going to make it to campus. And I know the narrative's been put out there about it, but I said it today. I believe it when I see it. He's not going to make it. But I'm going to wrap up on that one. Draft picks back up tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. From what I've gathered, it's on MLB.com. You can follow that online as well. Have a great rest of your evening. Frank, House of Orange, and I'll see you when I see you.